Hello everybody and welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the GoGo Sport Model S74 by Pride Mobility. We're going to show you how to unbox it and assemble it. It's known for being the most rugged GoGo scooter in the series. At the end of the video, I am going to put full specifications on the screen if you're interested, and I'm going to put a hidden message on the screen that shows you how you can claim a secret discount code only available to the viewers of this video, so pay attention and see if you can spot that hidden message. Now, what I love about the GoGo Sport is that it's super easy to use. It has extra large tires, a bigger motor, and now the 2025 model has easy turn technology, which allows it to turn as sharp as a 3-wheel scooter while providing the stability of a 4-wheel scooter. It's an excellent mobility scooter for just going out running errands. It can handle grass, dirt, and it's perfect for indoors now that it has that easy turn feature. I also love that it's extremely technician friendly. Parts are always readily available. It's a workhorse. It lasts a very long time and it's been around for over 10 years. So again, we're going to show you how to unbox and assemble it. You will just need something sharp like a blade or a box cutter to open the box. I have my helper, Addie, my daughter, and she's showing you our free product catalog, which I have to tell you about. If you want to learn more about our products, it has all of our latest products, discount codes, and a ton of information about our company. To get a copy, all you have to do is go to our website, mobilitydirect.com. Click on the green button that says free catalog at the top of every page and fill out the simple short form that you're seeing now. It's basically just going to ask for your name, address, and phone number if you're interested in getting a call from one of our non-commissioned sales experts. Keep in mind, we're not just an online business. We have several brick and mortar locations, so if you want to test drive this product, come on by. We'd love to answer any questions that you have. We'd love to earn your business. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive into the unboxing and assembly process. It should only take about 15 minutes, 20 maybe if you're new to it. You will need some open space and again, something to cut the tape to open the box. And that's what we're doing right now. Be careful when you're cutting into the box. Try to keep your blade at a sideways angle. Don't point straight down just in case. I like recommending that as a best practice. When you open the box, the first thing you're going to see is some safety information and the most important thing, the user manual. Make sure you read it in its entirety before operating your scooter to get the most out of it. It has a troubleshooting guide and a beep code reference sheet as well, which is really useful if your scooter's not working and it's just beeping. You can look up what the problem is and sometimes troubleshoot it on your own. Now, what we have here is the seat post. This is going to allow you to install the seat. So it's really important that you know how that works. We'll show you how it works. We're putting it aside for now. This is the charger. It's a 24 volt, 2 amp sealed lead acid charger. Never use any other charger other than the charger it comes with. What I also love about the GoGo Sport is that it comes with an extra large front basket for free. Here's the extended range battery pack. It has a charger on it, a fuse, and a breaker reset button. I love that it's a removable battery pack which you can charge when it's not connected to the scooter. What we're doing now is raising the tiller, aka the handlebar assembly. First, you have to loosen up a knob down low, raise the handlebar assembly up, and then retighten that knob, which is actually how you adjust the tilting angle of the handlebar assembly as well. So right now we're just showing you it does come with blue colored panels. The red panels are pre-installed, which is nice. You've got some options to change up the colors every once in a while. Now I'm taking out the armrests. They are flip-up armrests and they are width adjustable. I'll show you how to install them in just a bit, but for now we're just taking everything out of the box and getting ready for the assembly, which is pretty straightforward. Now that the tiller bar is up, we can take the seat out because it was sandwiched underneath the tiller assembly. Now I'm just removing some excess pieces of packaging, putting them to the side and getting ready to remove the scooter from the box. I do actually have a tip that makes it really easy to take it out of the box with one person, and that involves cutting out the front part of the box. I have my pocket knife here. You can use a pair of scissors. Just be careful and cut the front part of the box out so that it folds down flat like you see here. And what I'm going to do is just kind of unwrap the scooter. There's like a big bag wrapped around the base, and you will want to unlock the brakes. Okay, this has automatic brakes, meaning you don't have to hit a brake lever. They're always going to be turned on unless you're using the throttle. When you disengage the automatic brakes, you'll be able to roll it out of the box easily. And that's also convenient in case you run out of batteries so that you can manually push your scooter back to where your charger is. All right, so here we are. We're going to go ahead and install the seat post assembly. Now in the user manual bag, there's a smaller bag with several quick release pins There are two types. You have a thick gauge kind, you have 3 of the thicker ones and 2 of the smaller ones. You'll want to grab one of the thicker ones and slide your seat post into the sleeve. There are several holes in the seat post which you can use to adjust the height of the seat post. So if you're a little bit taller, I would recommend using one of the lower holes to set that seat post up as high as possible. Go ahead and set it to the desired position, put the battery box into place. There's nothing to it, it just drops right in, and the seat slides right into the seat post with the male connection at the bottom side of the seat right in the center. Now I'm just showing you that the scooter is still in neutral mode, meaning I can push the scooter. The brakes are off. It's not going to work if I try to turn the scooter on, so what I'm doing is turning the brakes back on by putting the yellow lever into the back position indicated with the letter D, also known as drive mode. By the way, the seat does rotate 360 degrees, which is really nice when you're getting in and out of the chair. It makes it easier. And if you're pulling up to a table to have dinner, you can rotate the seat, get the handlebar assembly out of the way. You do also have a 1-inch square receiver in the back. It's kind of like a hitch receiver on the back of a truck. That's used to install universal accessories like a cage-style basket, a walker holder, oxygen tank holder, etc. I really recommend the rear cage-style basket. It makes it super convenient, especially when you're going grocery shopping. I've put big 24 packs of water in there, dog food, you name it. Now I'm going to install the armrests. First, you're going to want to loosen up the hand screws all the way so that the armrest slides into the sleeve. Then you want to get one of the smaller quick release pins and put it right through one of the holes. For each armrest, you have a hand screw and a quick release pin that you'll need to install. You can adjust the width by choosing to slide the armrest in or out and using the several holes on the armrest assembly to set the quick release pin at the desired position. Make sure you tighten up those hand screws so that the armrests are locked in firmly. Again, they are flip up armrest and width adjustable. They are not height adjustable, just to let you know. I like to rotate the seat 90 degrees to get in and out of the chair and flip the armrests up. It makes it very easy to do it that way. Now the front basket has 2 plates on the back side, and on the front of the tiller, there's a set of hooks that will slide underneath each plate. Now you will need to lower the front headlight in order for the basket to drop down into place so that those hooks can snap into place. And that's it. It's very easy to install. You may notice that you can't turn the steering wheel, and that's because the steering lock is engaged when it's shipped. To unlock the steering lock, just push in on that knob that I'm showing you, and then give it a 1/4 of a rotation counterclockwise. So when your scooter's in the trunk of a car, the steering wheel won't swing around dangerously, potentially causing damage or scratching your device. Now to adjust the tiller angle, if you want the steering assembly closer to you, you just use that same rotation knob that I'm demonstrating, loosen it up, put it in the desired position, and then tighten up that knob again to get the steering assembly closer to you or further away from you. Now in the same bag with the quick release pins, you've got your keys. You get a main key and a spare key. Go ahead and put it into the ignition, turn it clockwise, and you're going to see the battery meter indicator light up. You do have a horn buzzer. There's also a light switch to control the headlight on the front of the unit. There are no rear lights, but there is that headlight, which is pretty convenient. Now the throttle system is very easy to use. You can use one hand, actually just one finger, to go forward or backwards, whether you're right-handed or left-handed. You don't need to use both hands, although it is recommended to use both hands on the steering wheel while driving for safety. Now the colored panels pop right out. You don't need any tools. You may want to use a flathead screwdriver if you don't want to risk breaking a nail. Pop them right out with my fingernails, no problem. And you can change from blue to red, like I said. So if you like blue, pop on the blue panels all throughout the scooter. It's pretty easy to do. We're going to show you the charger now. There's a wall outlet cable, and then the other end that plugs into the scooter, whether you use the charging port up high or down low. When you plug the scooter into the wall, you're going to notice one light on the charger turns red, and then when you plug the charging cable into the scooter charging port, the other light will turn on, letting you know that it's charging. That red light will turn green when it's fully charged, and there is a charging port on the battery box like we mentioned as well. So if you want to leave your scooter in the car, just take the battery box up to the hotel room with you while you're on vacation. You can do that. Very convenient. It's a really high-end charger. Remember, don't ever use any other charger other than an original charger, which we do sell in case you lose it or you damage it. And that's it. Your scooter's ready to rock and roll. I'm demonstrating here its turning ability for a four-wheel scooter. This thing turns super tight. Now I am going to show you how to take it apart in case you plan on traveling. It's very straightforward. Just remove the basket and remove the seat. Just pick straight up on the battery box. There's no locks, no tools required whatsoever. And you can detach the front half from the rear half with a lever that's right behind the seat post. Once you have that detached, you can put all the components into your vehicle. Depending on what kind of vehicle you have, you may be able to put all of the pieces in the trunk, but in smaller sedans like the one we're using here, we actually have to put the seat assembly in the back seat because there's just not enough room in the trunk for it. Which is not a big deal, but for some people, that may be a deal breaker, and I wanted to mention that. Putting it back together is super easy. Just attach the front half to the back half, raise the tiller up, make sure you unlock the steering lock if you locked it, put the battery back, put the seat back on, and then put the basket back on. That's it. You're ready to rock and roll. Super convenient, super easy to use, and super dependable. Stay tuned for the full specifications coming up next and see if you spot that hidden message in case you want to save big on your next purchase. If you have any questions, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment. We do answer all questions in our comment section within 1 business day, and by subscribing and leaving a comment, you're automatically entered into our giveaway program. We randomly select people that subscribe and comment on our videos, and we gift them a mobility device. By the way, did you know that part of every sale goes towards funding our community donation program? We oftentimes select individuals who are in need that can't afford a mobility scooter. A lot of the times they're struggling to get around with a cane, a walker. Some of them are even homeless. We show up and we surprise them with a brand new mobility device. If you want to be part of that movement, consider shopping with us at Mobility Direct or telling someone you know who needs a mobility device about Mobility Direct. Together, we can make a difference, one mobility scooter at a time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, have a great day.